Hello, everybody, and welcome to BRYN'S Madhouse, formerly known as Live Deck Building. I feel like the live deck building didn't really get across the absolute madness that comes on in this show sometimes. So we have a new name. Travis is not here. He gets a little break this week because, he can only take so much madness before he pops. But Bryn and I are here, and we are building an ice pick focused Mandy deck. And the question is, are we stabbing with the ice pick or are we investigating with the ice pick?
Why not both?
Why not both? Why not both?
Why not both?
So with Mandy, we always have to answer a few questions. What's our deck size going to be, and what is our subclass going to be? Those are always the best place to start.
Those are places to start.
I mean, actually, the best
Um,
place to start is I'm going to put two ice picks in the deck
yes, that
because
does sound like a good idea to me.
we do kind of need that, especially if we're going to call this my ice pick Mandy.
So I think the deck size doesn't really matter, but if we play 30 cards, we're much more likely to find our important bits like the ice pick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
However, we could just, you know, play 50 cards.
We could,
Like it's a Mandy deck. We're
it's a
going to be able to
Mandy
search our
deck.
deck for whatever the hell we want.
Yeah. You know what?
You
Let's
know.
build, and then if we get to 30 and we're like, we still want to do more, we'll go to 40, and then likewise, we'll go to 50 if we need more. So probably not mystics, right? Like probably survivor or rogues for our off class, right?
Probably so.
I wish we could run scavenging. I mean, we can run scavenging if we just take a versatile, but because we can only do events and skills. But I mean, like, if we do Survivor, we can do Resourceful with the hope of bringing back Ice Picks, right? Because stab, stab, stab.
This is true. It could work. I think we definitely want Michael Lee
Yes, I agree.
because he's sort of a huge part of what sparked this idea.
Yep. I'll put two in to start, but we might be able to change it up. Like, we could do
Yeah,
one Michael Lee and one level 5 No Stone Unturned, because it's kind of like the same thing, right?
this is true.
Oh no, but we do
Uh,
have the Shocking Discovery, which does just ruin it. So we probably do want two Michael Lees, even though it is very experience intensive.
it is a little bit.
Yeah.
It is also possible that if we end up with a little bit of an XP crunch, that we just play the level one.
Ice picks, yeah, it's true.
Um, that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, we're gonna need some ways to fight.
yeah. Oh yeah. So like,
So we're gonna definitely want like I've got a plan. Uh,
here I can shoot. This is some people. Everyone was yelling at me, Justin, you're not using these. There we go. Look at these right here. I've done it. I searched by text fights. We got I've got a plan, and occult invocation also could be it if we don't do hand size though, right?
yeah, cult invocation is a fine any sort of way to anything that lets us fight with our book
Yep.
uh, instead of our punch is probably not a bad thing here.
And the nice thing also for people at home with Ice Pick, because it's fighting and these both say fight on it, you actually can use your Ice Picks on these tests, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of neat.
All right, so the game plan's pretty simple. This deck's actually like relatively simple. You get Michael Lee out. It's basically just like your Joe Diamond, but with only one fist. You get Michael Lee out. You get your Ice Pick out. You start getting clues on Michael, like evidence on Michael Lee, and then you kill monsters that show up. With
Yeah,
I've
and then
got a plan and occult invocations.
you blow things up.
You blow things up.
uh, so we could theoretically play like purple as our second
Mm-hmm.
because we've got a passable brain score
Yep.
for more events to fight things with.
Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely an option.
Yeah.
The Spectral Razor is gonna suck,
Yes.
so we probably don't actually need to play it. We could also play green for events.
Using the foot. Backstab and cheap shot.
Yeah.
So this is when, with Michael Lee, we're at 2 fist. So it turns of each to 5. So it's still that little sticking point of having 1 fist. But however, remember, ice picks, even if we go down to the level 1 version, they still give us an extra fist, essentially, for these attacks.
They do. They do.
That's an asset. We can't play that. She can only do skills and events of her chosen class, right?
This is yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
So the other fight spell would be Storm of Spirits.
Yes.
And then we're just at 3, but we still, once again, with the ice picks, assuming we can get to 5. But I mean, with Storm of Spirits, you're killing the small thing anyway, right? You're attacking the smallest thing, and you're going to succeed because that's what you do.
This is probably true.
Do we want a few things that search as well? Like if we did Eureka.
Definitely. Yeah, we're gonna want Eureka for sure.
Yeah. Because right now that helps with both the Storm of Spirits plan or the backstab cheap shot plan.
Yeah. Either way, it is kind of free.
Yeah. No other spicy.
So the downside to Travis not being here is that he's usually the one who makes my stupid ideas work.
Yeah.
And I just make the ideas worse.
You know what? I'll do my best. You throw me the ideas, and I'll try to put on my best Travis hat for this one.
So we could play Expose Weakness.
Okay. This is great. Also, because with my content creator hat, I'm like, this was something else we wanted to try as well. So why don't we just do 2 birds with 1 stone?
Yeah, the downside to this one is that we can't play any of the shotguns with it.
It is true, but
But the level 3 one lets us turn our big book score into a fight action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a good choice? God, no.
No, absolutely not. But we'll put it in. We'll put it in and see what happens.
Has that ever stopped us before? Again, also not really.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like this subclass is still kind of where we're sitting. Let's just see if there's anything that can help us in Survivor. No, nothing good.
Yeah, not really.
Not much at all. Okay, so then if our game plan is using the ice pick to stab, these all work. These all get there. But the reality is this is not your main killer. This is our killer that will kill a few small things, or in the case of Exposed Weakness, help against the big bad, right? For your just you put a bunch of damage on it with your beautiful ice picks. So then yeah.
Can you spend more than 1 Michael Lee resource in a fight action, or is it just 1?
Just one.
Okay. So we're probably going to want some sort of way to, fight like a normal person.
Yeah.
Because we just need to pass the test. That's all.
Okay. What if this is like a combo deck? Okay, hear me out. Where you use Mandy's search to get a nice big kill near the end, and part of that is using Exposed Weakness, Michael Lee, Ice Pick, and then brute forces.
Yeah,
to just do a super kill.
Yeah. So if we play brute forces, we're probably also going to want overpowers.
Yep.
It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse.
This right now is like two kids who are like doing something when dad's not around. This is what this is right here.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
So if I was Travis at this point, then I would say, what do we need to consistently get to this? And luckily, Mandy just needs a few search things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What they are, I have no idea. I don't play
Yeah.
yellow cards. Why would I do that?
Yeah. Why would we do that? We're also going to want some deductions. Deductions are just...
Yeah, it's tough to...
It's tough to say
It's tough
no.
to say no.
So also, if we look at our money...
Yeah, we're gonna need ways to make money.
Yes.
For sure. And like crack the case is probably one of the best.
Yep, agreed. That one just does it. See, and then if I go resource, oh my god, the power.
We can play Take Heart.
We could
just commit it to our punch test, and then we're like, "What are you gonna do, game?"
Make me pass? Oh, you did? Thank you.
Yeah. We probably want luckies too.
Oh yeah. Definitely want some luckies. I'm just saying. Do we want like We're probably not going to be searching enough to make Astounding Revelation work, right? We're probably not going to be searching enough here.
Not unless we put something in to do that.
Yeah. Which right now all we have is Eureka.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff do we have that
Let's search.
that we can search with?
All right. So for assets, we got all these guys.
Oh man.
Well, Dream Diary doesn't really count.
You ever think of something and you're like, man, Travis would be shouting about how this was a thought crime?
Yeah. What is it?
All right. So we play Dr. Ellie Horowitz.
Okay.
And we use her to hold the ornate bow.
I think I'll be like, I'll say we can't do this. That's too far from this one. I love it, but it's too far.
We get to search 12 cards to find it.
Yeah, we do. But right now our plan is to find Exposed Weakness and Brute Force, so we should start there first.
Yeah. No, that's...
I mean, like...
Oh, no.
Yeah, Eureka's the only one. I mean, we can grab No Stone Unturns. They're expensive.
Yeah.
They cost 2.
We can also just play, like, Old Book of Lore. Like, we do kind of have hand slots that are mostly unoccupied. Like, ideally, we just have 2 ice picks, but if we find the second ice pick, maybe we just dump the Old Book of Lore.
Yeah. I mean, and realistically, too, with ice picks, because we really, unless we had a resourceful, we don't really have a way to bring it back. So, like, even if we use it...
No, I'm a genius. Our second hand slot is Dream Diary, and we're going to try to upgrade it to the Dreams of a Madman.
Oh, okay, sure.
So then when we're engaged to an enemy, we can commit our dreams to for +4 to fight, and then it's like we've got 5.
All right, well, we've done it. Dreams of a Madman. Okay.
We do still need to find things, though.
Yes, yeah. I mean, honestly, I still think because like if we run Research Librarian, right? We can, like, if we run Old Book of Lore, we could run Research Librarian. It can find both of our books. We can then transition eventually into the ice picks because they're super easy to put out. Like,
this is true.
Realistically, we could also even just like have 1 ice pick, right? Mandy has an ice pick, not 2 ice picks.
Yeah, the 2 ice picks do have like they can be discarded for bonus effect, right? So there's
and that's what I was saying too. That it's just like if you just throw one away to get a bonus, it's not like
Yeah.
you're going to miss it that much.
No, it's not the end of the world.
Well, why don't we do
There is
something like
also
that?
that arcane slot card that gives you an extra hand slot for books.
All right, we can do this.
How's that called?
Hand slot. Arcane Enlightenment.
Yeah. So like we could rock one of those.
Yep.
To either hold our dream diary or our old book of lore.
Yeah, definitely.
So if we have this entire deck is just a thought crime, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If we have 2 of those, and we have 2 of the upgraded dream diary.
Okay.
And then if we have 2 of the same dream diary in play, does that work? Does that make our dreams commit for 6?
That's a great question. I'm gonna wager it does.
Oh.
Yeah. You only still get one bonded card. You only get one bonded card.
Yeah.
Commit
you don't
for
get to
6.
find a second one because there's only one dreams. There's only one of the dreams in the collection. But like it commits for an extra 2 symbols.
It does commit for an extra 2 symbols.
Is that good?
Do we like that more than just having Old Book of Lore as well?
I mean, if we have 2 of the arcane slot card, we can
do
have,
both.
We can just do both.
Yeah. What? Let me ask you your question with a question, Bryn. What would Travis say?
He would have checked out a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, this right now the goal is to give Travis a little vacation from the Madhouse, but maybe as we're saying, you and I here might be a little bit too mad.
It is distinctly possible.
I mean, this is just, Mandy still has 5 book. She still just investigates really well.
This is the truth. Like I don't think you can actually do anything to a Mandy deck to make it that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like.
But we're trying. We're trying.
Really, the only thing that I think is kind of suspect here is that exposed weakness. But otherwise, everything's like.
Yeah,
like Michael Lee, he's good, right?
He is just strong.
Yeah.
The exposed weakness definitely could go.
Yeah.
I'm not married to that. I think the Dream Diary plan is actually like 1,000 times better for less XP.
Sure, let's do it. Because then we can also lose Brute Force, and we are in a new color too.
Yeah, like we're not actually married to any sort of color pick.
Yeah. No, they're all. So let's assume we're gonna do this. Let's start here.
Oh. All right, so we probably do want more ways to search our deck.
Yeah.
And what's the best way to do that?
Is there anything in
It's
in
Mr.
other colors?
Rook, but we also don't want to pay 4 XP for him.
Yeah.
Because we're already spending 4 XP on a different ally.
Yes. I'm just seeing if there's any in. I assume not, but there's probably something. There might be something in Mystic that also searches, but they probably just look for spells.
Yeah.
Stargazing. Yeah. All right. So it's just basically these secret cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like the search. I mean, like we haven't put in the no stone unturns yet. Like those still just work.
Yeah. It is still fine.
Realistically, at this point, we probably also need some more economy as well. For
this is the
resources.
truth.
We could do emergency cash or burning the midnight oil. Or if we haven't married a color yet, green into Faustian bargain. It's hard to say no to signing deals with the devil.
And it is real tough to say no to signing deals with the devil. Faustian bargain is... I will admit at some point I will likely be tired of that card.
Yeah, but it's not right now.
But not yet.
All right.
I'm just happy that green gets good cards.
So then if we go into the fight here... oh my god. Okay. So we could do... We don't want to do... I mean, we actually could do either of these now because of the old book of lore, right? Sorry, the Dream Diary. The Dream Diary, which allows us to... it's just wilds for our fight.
It is wilds for the fight.
They're very expensive, though.
They are expensive.
Is there better things we can be doing in green for the payoff, or are we just here for literally just Faustian?
I mean, we might be here for just Faustian bargain.
It's good.
It's strong.
Yeah.
It is strong.
So we also still have 7 experience we can add into.
Yeah, if we're out of the brute force,
yep,
then we probably don't need the overpowers anymore either.
Good call. Good call. Yeah.
Because they kind of just don't really do anything.
So then currently we're here to... This Mandy is still built to get clues. And then at a certain point she says, I'm going to stab a few people, right? And that's where the dream diary
I'm going to cut a bitch.
I mean, she's great at killing 2 health monsters, right? With Michael Lee. Just be like, dead. Bye. You're gone.
Just dead.
Yeah.
I think I do like the oh yeah, that's true.
You can have both of them.
Hey.
This is just the Joe Diamond deck with a bit of Mandy. Like, there are 2 decks. They walked into the machine like in The Fly, and they came out as this monster.
Oh man.
We could probably just put in like some other good cards in green, right? Like we could put in like Quick Thinking because that's gonna
give her an extra just action. A good card.
Yeah, it's just and that's something I also feel like because we don't have a lot of card draw, we could even get rid of this Occult Invocation. Like if our goal is to just use the ice picks to like for getting clues or like bumping up the things and then like go for like stuff just attack occasionally. We could just change this to something else because we don't really have the cards to funnel into it, right?
That is true. Although the old Book of Lore will make sure that we do.
Yes, definitely, because we do get 2 cards from a turn. That's a great point. Yeah.
We can just have we're effectively playing 3 old Book of Lore.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only playing the 20 card deck or the 30 card deck. Yeah. Can you imagine if she played a 20 card deck?
Like, that's what we do. We versatile into Underworld Connection Mandy. That would probably be pretty busted.
You know, it would be a choice. It would be a choice.
So we have 1 card we can put in right now, assuming we kind of like what's going on here.
Yeah. If we cut one of the scientific theories, then we could play an eidetic memory to be extra copies of our fight events.
Okay, yeah.
It's also extra crack the case if we need it to be.
Yeah. Is there maybe, let's see if there's another good
insight. And extra no stone unturned, right? So
yes, yeah.
It does do that.
Maybe there's one more we can like in here. Oh, that's not trait. What's trait? Trait is K.
There's a lot of those.
Yes. Persuasion, you say? Oh, I think Travis would probably just be like something like deep knowledge.
Yeah. He probably would.
Just something that's like good.
It's probably not a bad call either because we do need to find all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I guess the real question left here is like, do we want to play a charisma?
if we played a Charisma...
In order to be able to research librarian after Michael Lee?
Yeah, I mean, we can go up to the 39. But if we do a Charisma, we can go to the upgraded Old Book of Lore.
Yeah. Yeah. How many are we up now?
We're at 31. So we're at 34 experience and 30 cards total right now. I mean, assuming we have nothing else, we can put in upgraded deductions.
Yeah, if we don't upgrade the Old Book of Lore, we can shave on an ice pick to stay below the threshold.
Go here and then just do an ice pick. An ice pick that's
like
just
an ice
for
pick
pumping.
level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that puts us like perfectly onto the threshold.
Yeah.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, we can run with that if because I suppose an extra weakness is just another thing to draw, right?
This is true. What level is that Edge of the Earth rogue skill? The level 1 that
Savant.
like it commits for wild,
It's
but
a 1.
the wild is it 1?
Yeah. Oh, we probably want those, don't we?
Because like that might be real good instead of the quick thinking.
Yeah.
Just play 2 level 1 ice picks. That could be a deck.
Yeah. So then we don't get the boost from the extra attack, but we just get more goodness, and our damage is coming from I've Got a Plan, a Called Invocation, and then the
and Michael
memory.
Lee.
And Michael Lee, yeah, Michael Lee. I mean, we could even just do basic attacks then, assuming we have the things to pump it up, which we will from our Dream Diaries.
From the Dream Diary and the Savant.
You know, I think this deck wall is like probably the worst thing you can do with Mandy. All the pieces make sense to me. I think we made the right choice of pivoting away from Exposed Weakness and Brute Force. I think that was a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the brute force would be fine, but we have to succeed by 2 to get the extra damage.
Yes, and that requires a lot more work.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of work with 1 punch.
No.
Anyway, I dub this deck One Punch Mandy.
All right, I'll change the name. One Punch Mandy. Perfect. That's a great name. Yeah, I think.
I think that's a deck.
I think so too. Yeah.
I've played stupider things.
Yeah, like see
like,
the baseline is that this deck still just is Mandy. You still have 5 book. Yeah. You have 2 magnifying glasses in your deck essentially with Ice Pick. And then there's also, I mean, with Michael Lee and Scientific Theory, you're like never like she doesn't fail cards that much. Like she's not like Joe where you're gonna take damage, right?
No, you got 3s in your defensive numbers.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Plus, with the Dream Diary, like we can throw that at a test if we really need to.
Yeah. Sick.
And Arcane Enlightenment is also guts.
Yep, it is.
That's
also
why
guts.
there's no guts in this deck.
And Savant is here basically everyone just for
mostly for punching, but we can also throw it again as guts.
Yeah, exactly. And also
if
like
needed.
In addition to like as soon as you get Michael Lee in play, this becomes 3 symbols, right? Because your fist is now 2. If you have the Scientific Theory in play and Michael Lee, this now becomes 4 symbols because your fist is now 3. I'm for it. This deck seems like a good time.
I think it could work.
Yeah. So then, people at home who have watched this, how did Bryn and I do without Dad here, making sure that we were doing things right? Did we do okay? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of this deck. Remember, though, that this is BRYN'S Madhouse, and any questions that are answered like, why are you doing this? The answer is, well, because we can.
Yeah, honestly, because we can.
Yeah. Huge thank you to our patrons for supporting the channel. Have a good one. As always, GG's.